What's going on, everybody? It's me, Working Man, and I wanted to talk about this little episode of Friday Night Tights. I mean, I'm a big fan of Nerdrotic and Az and them, but on this Superman trailer, I feel like most of the group here, like, they're just picking it apart. Like, I don't think this new Superman looks like it's god awful. Like, I almost feel like most people they forget like how bad it used to be, and like this Superman trailer is miles better than what we had. Like if you just like even take out Marvel, like just DC alone, like it's been like mountains of crap. Like Man of Steel, garbage. Batman v Superman, garbage. They never even did a standalone Batman movie in the Zack Snyder verse, which I guess I'm glad they didn't because he probably would be like fucking shooting people and being more like Thomas Wayne than Bruce Wayne. Um, but yeah, I mean, I just I don't know like what exactly they're wanting. Like, I feel like even if like the movie like was spot on and like it was great in almost every way, that they would probably find something to pick at it. I mean, something's wrong whenever like like the Friday Night Tights people. They're like picking at the CGI. Oh, the CGI doesn't look that great or whatever. I mean, so what? I mean, so what if some teeth come out and hit the fucking camera or whatever? I mean, it's not that big a deal. I mean, at least Batman or Superman, ain't sucking someone's dick or being a fag or whatever. Sorry if if I offend you by saying that, but I'm sorry. When I get pissed, I sometimes like I talk pretty dirty. But anyway, yeah, let's watch this and hopefully they don't come after me or whatever. I mean, like I said, I'm just I'm a little upset, with a lot of these guys. Like, you know, I mean, yeah, like I wrote in the comments down here, like, thank God Gary, or, but, thank you Gary for not being an absolute hater. This movie doesn't look that bad. Remember Wonder Woman 84? We finally are getting superhero movies with superhero costumes. Superman has his trunks. I personally don't mind the collar. Guy Gardner looks great. Lex is white. Lois isn't a strong woman who doesn't need no man. We are getting better movies, but there's still some shit in the pipes. And I believe that. That's exactly, spot on. And well, that's my comment, obviously. Uh, let's see. Oh yeah, and then I wrote. I know this is off topic. I really hope Marvel steps up their game. I'm so close to not caring anymore. If it wasn't for John Walker, the true successor to Captain America, I would be done. Wyatt Russell is is a really cool guy and doesn't get involved in lefty politics. I love that. We love that. Let's see. Down here we have. I still don't understand how reviewing a trailer tailored for people to see is somehow a copyright issue. Such BS. And okay, that didn't really have anything to do. Man of Steel made nearly 700 million with bad reviews, and yeah, see that's the thing. Like, I think there is Marvel or superhero fatigue out there, and like Thunderbolts was a pretty good movie. Like it wasn't perfect. I mean, I would prefer to have more color. I wish John Walker would have gotten a little more respect, and I wish he would have been more the forefront than Yelena. But I mean, I didn't hate Yelena. I thought she was fine. I mean, there was like a few lines in the movie I didn't care for, like when she said, "Okay, we swung our tiny dicks." Didn't like that. And then there was another line Val said where she was like, "I love supporting women," and it's like, I didn't like that either. But yeah, I mean, obviously these movies are doing low numbers because, like, we have so many, what do you call it, like bad movies in our minds that we're thinking, oh, this is gonna be bad, this is gonna be bad. we're scarred from fucking Man of Steel and Batman v Superman and Wonder Woman 84, stuff like that. Captain Falcon over here, it's just like, you know, and I usually know like pretty good, like when I see a trailer and like when I see the cast, I can tell you if it's going to be a pretty good movie or not. I almost have like a sixth sense about that kind of stuff. And I knew Thunderbolts was going to be good because one, Wyatt Russell was in it, and I liked most of the cast. Now for Fantastic Four, I think it's going to be trash because I don't like the cast and I don't see any chemistry between them. I mean, the movie itself, I will say, I like the 1960s futuristic vibe. That part's good, but they should have had John Krasinski and other famous actors like uh, I think it's like Dean Martin or not Dean Martin, but it's like Jeffrey Dean or Dean something. His name's Dean something. Fuck, what's his name? But anyway, he's let me pull it up on my phone. Let's see. He was the guy from Breaking Bad. He played Hank. Let's see, Hank Schrader, played by Dean Norris. Okay, I knew it was Dean something. Yeah, I feel like he would do it or be a great thing, and John Krasinski would have made a great Reed Richards. Um, you know, Emily Blunt, which I know John Krasinski wanted his wife to play the part, which I don't have a problem with that. I mean, if they got good chemistry, then I'm all for it. And as for the Human Torch, I don't really have a personal character or actor in mind. Some people said they would like to see what you call it, Zac Efron, which I mean, I would give that a shot. I was never really a big Zac Efron fan, but I know that he was kind of a ladies' man back in the day, so I could work with that. But anyway, let's see. Why are all these people starting to sound like the critic? It stinks. The critic? Who the hell's the critic? Do they mean the drinker? Let's see. But yeah, I mean, it's like a lot of these people. Yeah, they're like, why? Let's see. Hmm. James Gunn is way into James Gunn. Look, people don't seem to realize this. A director is going to have a certain style, and it's going to bleed over into their movies, whether it be Guardians into Superman or Zack Snyder from his Justice League into what was that movie, Rebel Moon or whatever. I mean, it's a director's going to have a certain style. All right. Oh yeah, that stupid zombie movie that Zack Snyder made. That was very Zack Snyder.
The more I see from this, the less I want to watch it, man.
Oh my god!
It
This
looks
trailer
like-
managed to
okay.
talk me out the cinema. It's like,
Yeah,
I'm a little disappointed with you, Az. I mean, I actually was watching him play Night Rain a few weeks back, and like I was helping him out. Like, I told him I was like, hey, if you press, I believe it's like triangle and L2, you can use your grappling hook or whatever. And yeah, he just started going off on me in the or like on the the channel. And he was like, "Oh, I didn't ask for anyone's fucking help and all this other shit." And I'm like, well, I'm just trying to help you out, man. And it wasn't like it was a spoiler or anything. I mean, but yeah, he just lost his fucking mind. I'm like, well, gee, I guess I won't help you then.
it's I
terrible.
can't believe how badly they have hurt this movie by marketing the movie. It's so bad, dude.
I mean, look at Gary's face. Like, he doesn't really think the same way as, a lot of these people. Like, he's thinking, like, it really wasn't that bad.
I feel like
And I feel
the
like this
editing
guy right here, Shad,
for this one in particular was
sorry, my
odd.
computer
Let's
sucks.
play bits of the trailer that
But-
we're gonna have to cut out later.
I'm on pause, you piece of crap. Yeah, like, I noticed in a lot of his video or a lot of like these Friday night type videos, he'll say something, and if no one else agrees with him, he shuts the fuck up. You know, like he's just looking for other people's approval, and usually it's negative. He'll be like, hey guys, this looks like trash, or Superman can't hold up a building, and or he shouldn't be able to hold up a building. Like he'll say it in a minute, and yeah, like everyone's like, well, I'm okay with that, and then he gets quiet.
Later, okay. Instead of playing, because they'll like hit us for the whole thing, so at least you can get our riveting, insightful commentary out there who are listening on VOD. We love you. Thank you.
Superman.
There's some positive.
I do like that. I do like that little double hit there.
That boom, boom.
Yeah. It gives you like a nice build up.
And also, Superman saving people. That's what we want to see.
I mean, does anyone else have a kind of issue with the fact that he can hold up a whole building
Shut
where
the
it would just
fuck up.
crumble
No.
around him if he was doing it? But
No, not really. It's the strength of.
I mean, people, they don't get it that it's fantasy. All right, it's a comic book movie. I mean, it doesn't have to be 100% realistic. I mean, for God's sake, it's about a movie about a man who can fly and shoot laser beams out of his eyes. Just let him hold the fucking building up. Who cares?
Of American ingenuity and engineering.
Yeah. This isn't. Hey, Chad, this isn't some Australian or Chinese building. It's America.
Shut the fuck up.
All right.
It doesn't just shatter into 1,000 pieces.
glued together.
They don't just fall in
It's
place.
American
like
steel.
The
They
beams
don't just
don't
fall in
melt.
place like building 7. Okay.
I don't know what that's a reference to.
All right.
I mean, I assume it's some kind of accident in real life or something.
Superman holds that building up and bald eagles just fly out of the windows.
Are you gonna be
That's kinda
complaining
funny.
like from that one shot where he saves that random Asian woman and like flies and grabs her? Shadow'll be like, that force probably would have broke a neck.
Luckily, Asians have extremely durable necks.
I would like
girl.
to explain.
Right,
Doesn't
Jay.
Superman? Can't he like extend like a force field or telekinetic power that?
Yeah, he actually, I think I'm not 100% on this, but I have heard Angry Joe mention that, yeah, he does do that, so that way, he doesn't kill people when he catches them and stuff like that. I mean, I know the Flash does, but, like I said, I'm sure Superman does it too. I mean, if you go back and look at, all the different powers Superman's had, him extending a energy barrier to, stop buildings from crumbling or whatever is not that big a deal, considering, he's Superman in the comic books have had powers like, shooting little Supermans out of his fingers. He has the power of persuasion or seduction or whatever. And, yeah, there's a whole, crazy list of powers that he has that, no one really even knows about.
Brings people, and that's how he holds things together.
No,
I don't think so.
He's just fast.
No, he's just fast. He can hold back. So he can grab somebody that fast without killing him.
I think the Flash, well, at least in the CW series, they said something like that he can control the speed.
The Flash would kill everybody he touched if he wasn't able to control the speed.
yeah.
Suspension of disbelief.
Exactly.
A tad bit. I'm okay with him catching a building. He's Superman.
Yeah, I mean, just get over it.
We finally meet.
I wonder whose house that is.
Now ask.
We finally meet. My name
I
is
would want my
Peter.
logo on my secret base.
He does sound like this a little bit. I'm gonna get you.
I mean, I don't hear that. I mean, the audio sounds a little off or something, but no, I don't think he has a very child-sounding voice or nasally or whatever. I mean, I might, but I don't think he does.
Man,
Is his voice? His voice isn't that high pitched in real
No,
life.
it's not.
It
No.
feels like it's a mix. It's a mix.
And he can do a good American accent. We've already heard it. So, yeah, it's something he's going for. We'll see if it works.
I'll destroy you.
I mean, I will say, I don't really like the engineer or whatever her name is, like her hairstyle. I think it looks kind of bad. Like I'm not a big fan of cornrows or whatever, but you know, I mean, some people will like that. I mean, but I'm not gonna hate on it for that.
And of course, that reporter you always do interviews with.
And of
The
course,
one with the
that
nice
reporter-
rack. You know, the one with those huge bits. Yeah, that one.
Why didn't they? Okay, it's clearly like snippets of different scenes that they're like cutting together and making the voice all like get Nicholas back in the studio and record over Skype or something would be better than this. Just record it all in one line. It's just it's that reporter that you spent time with.
Who raised you as a child? I'll kill them too.
Yeah, see right there, like the voice sounded really weird. Like it didn't sound like that in the trailer. It was like I don't know, like his audio was like fucked up or something, or maybe they like tweaked it or something for copyright issues. I mean, I don't know.
It's not that, you know, it's not. It's
sounds
not
like a
it's,
boy.
the dialogue is fine.
Yeah, the
It sounds
dialogue's
like a
good.
boy, though.
It's the delivery, yeah.
But it would be better if at the end he said, "And your little dog too."
We were just fact
That's
checking the
the
chat,
one.
Garrett. Skype no longer exists. Get your shit straight.
Oh, sorry, Zoom.
It died last
Whatever.
year.
Yeah, I've seen some people, you know, bitch about this, like, you know, oh, you know, Superman's weak and getting beat up and stuff, but, you know, to me, like, this is just, you know, what do you call it? Like, it's imagery. And also, it kind of, what do you call it? Like, humanizes Superman to where, like, you know, he's not just like, oh, I'm super indestructible and there's nothing that can hurt me, you know? I hate that. That's one of the reasons I hated Superman growing up, was because he's too fucking powerful. But yeah, I like, you know, seeing him struggle and, you know, kind of be like an underdog against other threats, you know, because I mean, where's the fun in rooting for someone who's just, you know, absolutely invincible? I can do anything, you know, no one likes that.
Not sorry,
MSN Messenger.
Is anyone else
Oh
getting
yeah, and I was
vibes
saying
that
that about the imagery is like, you know, because Superman has, you know, taken a beating, you know, over like, you know, God, I don't know how long, like, you know, if you, even like before Snyder, like I forget, you know, who made that terrible Superman movie where like Superman like supposedly like went off into space and then he came back and he had, or Lois had his son, and what's his name was Lex Luthor. Fuck, I can't think of his name. The guy from American Beauty, House of Cards. I don't know. It'll come to me in a minute.
opening the trailer again with like Superman being defeated and beaten down.
That's the theme.
Yeah, but to be fair, that's setting up for when James Gunn's going to come in and save the day. And stuff,
It's just got an S on it.
Yeah. No, a J. It's going to be a J.
Yeah, this is the real
You know, it's funny that I didn't put this together until they start talking about this, but apparently, you know, like they said in the movie, the Justice Society or whatever is called the Justice Gang, and you know, I got to thinking, like, and they were talking about on the chest of James Gunn, you know, Justice Gang, James Gunn, you know, JG.
That's James Gunn.
And then he looks at the camera and he says the J stands for hope.
On my planet. Well, that's what I said before. What does that S stand for? On my planet, it means gun.
That's funny.
James Gunn.
My planet means kill the infidel. Sorry. Okay, stop right there. Stop. That looks terrible. That looks awful.
Where's this game?
I mean,
that could.
Why does this look awful? I don't get it. I mean, I like the robots. I think they look pretty cool. You know, I mean, you know, they're kind of interesting. They got that like 1950s teal or, you know, aquamarine or whatever. You know, I like they got the Cyclops one eye. You know, I like that. It's cool. And they got capes.
That could
I like
look
capes.
better.
I want to remind everyone, a few of us, I know I was very excited for this movie before they started marketing it. So yes, we are ripping us apart, but like I really wanted to like. I was really looking for, and I still might like the movie. As I've said, I love the Man of Steel trailers.
Still think it'll be
We'll see.
fine.
Yeah, I thought the Man of Steel trailers were the best trailers I've ever seen, and I ended up not liking the movie. So I'm hoping the reverse happens with this.
Man of Steel
The
trailers.
trailers have turned me off. Hopefully, I like the movie, but all we can do is call it like we see
It'll be
it
better
right
than
now.
Fantastic Four.
I was gonna say
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I think it's gonna be
Fantastic
better.
Four is gonna suck.
If I was going to choose, I would put my money on this being better.
Yeah.
I just think it looks more meh than like, oh, everything's fucking terrible. There's just nothing about any of the trailers so far that really.
There's no race, gender, like egregious race or gender swaps in this. So like we got that going for us.
It's a win.
I don't even think. Do you think they'll make Mr. Terrific gay like they did in the CW? I think.
Oh God, no.
I thought he was gay in the comics, because I mean, you said in one of the previous Friday Night Tights that Mr. Terrific was gay in the comics. I mean, I don't know if that's a fact, but I mean, it probably is. I mean, I want to say I remember him being gay in like the Justice, or well, no, it was what was that? Fuck, what was the name of that movie? Injustice. That's what it was.
The T stands for terrific.
Indeed. That's the thing. For this movie, we're not talking about, oh, is Sue Storm going to be the leader?
Right.
Is Johnny going to be
Thank you,
not a
Ryan Kendall, for
misogynist?
having
Is like
a
all
little
the,
bit of
is Silver
sense.
Surfer going to be a guy or a girl? We're
Actually,
talking
the
about
dogs and
comics, which is stuff we've already about for a long time. I do think that when you talk about how the trailer looks and how it's shot, especially some of the later shots that come up, this is the same cinematographer, yes, who did Guardians of the Galaxy 3, but it's also the same cinematographer that did The Flash.
Oof.
And I see a lot of similarities to The Flash with some of these sequences.
Yeah,
How
and
do
the
people
Flash
work on-
cinematographers, the
Like some of these people, like Shad or whatever, like I don't even know if they're fans of like comic books or superheroes and stuff. So it kind of makes me wonder, like, why are you even here? Like, I mean, I used to watch some of his stuff, like back in the day, but I don't know, something changed, and I didn't really like watching his stuff anymore. But yeah, it seemed like he was mostly into like swords and knights and stuff, and, like Lord of the Rings. But yeah, I don't remember him being too much into superheroes.
Flash cinematography was not good at all. The only like decent scenes were when it was dark and Michael Keaton was being Batman.
Guardians 3 was also not very good. Like, it was too bright. Everything's evenly lit.
I mean, I don't think Guardians was too bright, or Guardians 3 was too bright. I mean, if anything, I think it was like a little dark. A lot of the flashbacks with Rocket, very dark. The only times there was like a lot of color, or well, some color, was when they went to the Animal Planet, and that was about it.
It's got the same kind of, like, I don't know, sterile.
It doesn't have
feel.
this.
But yeah, I mean, I liked well, I guess there was a little bit of color, a lot of yellow in that one scene where they go to get like the ball or whatever from that prison or whatever it is. But yeah, I like that. One joke when like Nebula can't figure out how to open a car door. That was pretty funny. He's like, open the fucking door.
Yeah, it doesn't have the same feel as one. One has way more depth, way more color.
Yeah.
It's colorful without being garish.
I mean, to me, I feel like 2 was the
Being
best of the
vibrant without it
Guardians
being,
movie.
like puke.
I mean,
Guardians of the Galaxy 1,
I don't
all time great.
It's.
I mean,
it's-
one was
it's
good,
so
but
good.
I mean, I
they
love
just,
all three. I love all three of those
I don't
movies,
know.
but
It's hard to
the
say.
first one's just fantastic.
The first one was
you want
pretty
to
good.
continue? Okay, so like this doesn't look good.
This is the shot we
I
pulled.
mean, I liked Groot as like the big tree man or whatever. I didn't like him when he was like baby Groot, and I didn't like him that much as teen Groot or whatever. But I mean, whatever. It's not that big a deal.
Paused on Superman just showing his crotch.
Yeah,
Alright, let's skip ahead because I don't really talk about much
Gary,
except
this
for his
bit-
balls or whatever. Which I don't know why they don't talk about that.
I like it when you ruin
It's all safe now.
I'm
Everything's
glad
better
this was
now.
in there. I did not know he was directing this movie until right now.
The trailer's great now. The trailer's great now.
Oh man, this movie's got a shot now. It's got James Gunn directing.
I mean, I don't know why they're being so hard on this movie. I mean, just because, like James Gunn put his name all over it, I mean, who cares? Play, damn it.
Fuck yeah. I like
Yeah, I like the Fortress of Solitude. It looks really good and everything. A lot of crystals and stuff. It's pretty cool. Like I said, I'm a big fan of the Cyclops robots.
Fortress of Solitude looks good. I don't mind them using the CRISPR. I think it looks good.
Oh,
Let's
yeah,
go.
you agree.
And I don't
That
mind them
looks
being
alright,
robots.
but,
Just
everything else you
quirky
hate.
robots.
There is in the comics. There was.
Yeah, all this is fine. They're going full comic book, and I've been wanting this in a Superman movie forever.
I like the goofy looking kaiju. I mean, I think it's funny. He's got those those little eyes and everything. He's got a snout. It looks like an overgrown, kind of like a gecko or something. It's funny looking. I like it.
That robot, that the kaiju, whatever it fucking is, looks fucking retarded.
I don't
That's
think
from
so.
How to Train
I
Your
think it's
Dragon.
fine.
I say it looks like a dragon.
I like it.
Eyes are in the bit on the goofy side.
I
a little bit. I think it's going to be like early movie.
I mean, I think that's the point. Is that there's probably going to be a scene in the movie where he makes a goofy looking face or something. I mean, not everything has to look like fucking like a serious monster and everything. I mean, honestly, I think it would be like just too by the books and stupid if the kaiju looked like Godzilla or something, or it just looked like your standard lizard reptile thing. And it's like, I mean, it would have no personality. This has personality.
Well, I know what it is. I know what it is. So.
Oh.
Excuse me, dragons do not exist to look hot for you.
Whatever, Rags. I will whack
They
off to
should,
my
though.
dragon porn as much as I want.
No. I mean, we're blood brothers on this.
Tell
one.
me what to do.
No matter what you do to me, Luther, your plans won't work.
I like that. I think they said that was the
Good luck.
what do you call it? The Hammer of Barovia or something like that. Which I like that. It has that huge like laser. It's pretty badass.
With that,
I'm kind of curious as to like what the hell all this stuff is that they're like fighting in down here. It's like a giant trench of something.
That's annoying.
All right, let's have the
Murder.
I mean, honestly, I'm betting these people are either like super beings or robots or some shit. Because I don't think they're gonna have Superman, killing people. I just don't see that happening.
That's very James Gunn.
That's the most James Gunn thing in the trailer besides James Gunn's name.
I mean, again, I don't know why y'all are nitpicking this.
That works in the Suicide Squad just fine. It doesn't work in Superman.
No.
It's tonally. It is a tonal.
I mean, it's not that big a deal.
Oof. That's
yes.
It also has Zack Snyder vibes with the
does.
pearl
No, it
necklace.
has, it has James Gunn's Peacemaker vibes.
I don't get Zack Snyder vibes. I mean, if this was Zack Snyder, Superman would probably just like laser his eyes in or fucking rip his head off or something, or it'd crash through a million buildings or something.
Okay, I don't,
Yeah.
whenever watch
Also,
the
there'd be a lot of slow mo.
fucking show.
I will
Just
say, Superman is looking pretty jacked right here. I mean, he's got his chest all puffed out and big and everything, and he looks pissed off because I guess he's like had enough, and he's like, I guess taking a beating or something.
By the way,
if we had like context and reference, if this character and him, if this was Lex Luthor or something, and
this
blah
character
blah blah.
has to have
I know
powers.
some people
He's got
like,
some-
bitch about the collar, but I don't know. I like it. I think it looks good.
Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? Like this character has to be a super powered individual. He has a leg.
I mean, I'm sure
human.
possibly down the road we will get other Superman costumes. Maybe we'll see him in the classic one where like it has no collar. I mean, maybe he'll go to the original S again. Who knows?
suit on, which is why he's up there. So do all these other guys that get heat vision by later. But just
yeah, I mean, I feel like we want this movie to do well, because if it doesn't, then we might end up going back to fucking people being like, oh well, we tried doing it y'all's way, but now we're just gonna go back to woke or something, or we'll try doing Black Superman or something, which thank God that never happened, but I don't know. And I know some people might be thinking, like, what's wrong with Black Superman or whatever, but some characters just shouldn't be race swapped, right? It's like if somebody did, like, I don't know, white Black Panther. I mean, I don't approve of that either. So I'm on equal playing ground here. I feel like if the character was created a certain way, don't change him, or at least don't change major aspects of the character.
This scene in and of itself feels weird and off, and then you add in the teeth bouncing off the camera.
Yeah, they hit
Maybe
play, hit
it's not that
camera, and they make a noise.
Oh, the noises, yeah.
It's just a little bit of comedy.
No.
Face and
It's
not
not that
murder
big a deal.
him. I get to
They're
that
all
level.
flying around.
Somebody's teeth out.
It almost looks like
Like I
some
said, you'd
puke
have
or
to do a
something,
lot
or
to explain
maybe,
the
like,
situation to
android
me
blood
for,
or something. I
like,
don't know what that is.
for me to be like
Gross.
okay with it, I guess.
Yeah.
There's also no blood on those teeth.
Oh my god, who cares if there's no
knock someone's
blood
teeth-
on the teeth? All right,
Lives,
not that big a
It,
deal.
like Ryan, I feel like it's what it is.
Is that another bad guy in the top left corner?
Yeah, they're all like
Okay.
Lex Luthor goons.
Yeah, they're
goons.
Yeah, they're about to all get fucking heat vision too, and that's my
like some like clones
Are
or
all of
3D
them
printed
fucking
bad
dead?
guys. Yeah.
Trying to skip ahead a little bit. People are blasting music next door. Yeah, I do like. I think Guy Gardner is going to be really interesting. I think he's probably going to be my favorite because they're kind of like asshole characters. But yeah, I'm wondering. Yeah, make a move, Big Blue.
Ultraman.
I like the make a move Big Blue from Guy Gardner.
I do
specifically.
too.
That's a very Guy Gardner line. I'm totally down with it.
Yeah, because he says it when he's impeded by kryptonite.
It's got a little baby in his hand. What is
Okay,
that?
so that's Metamorpho's
Oh.
kid. And Ryan, you talked about earlier. He is creating kryptonite. He's being held to create kryptonite. So
yeah,
I don't know if they're in that pocket dimension there, obviously, or space. Or whatever.
That's so
is
many
it
characters.
green?
That's so many characters.
See the
God, I
dogs over
fucking
here.
the more now we're pausing it and we're seeing these details and I hate it even more. I just don't like. What the fuck is that crypto right there?
Bro, it's just a fucking trailer. Chill. I mean, you don't have to fucking hate it just because, like, you see I don't know, whatever the fuck this is. I mean, looks like possibly, like, I don't know, they're warping through a dimension or something, or, I don't know, possibly outer space. I don't know. But, I mean, just, chill, man. Give it a chance.
Oh,
Next
okay,
to it,
that's
yeah.
okay. It's gonna be Shad by the time this movie.
I'm
Still like
assuming,
crypto. Okay, damn it.
Like, if I had to guess, I would say that, hang on, sorry, my fucking computer sucks. I don't know why it's being so slow. But, yeah, like, I assume, the reason Metamorpho is working for Lex Luthor is because, maybe he had his child or something, and, Superman is trying to, like, I guess, save the child or something, and maybe that'll cause him to break him out of the pocket dimension or whatever. I will say I'm not a fan of the Guardians looking ship for Mr. Terrific or whatever. Let's see if I can try to. Yeah. I feel like they should have gone with maybe just a little bit different design, you don't have to make it look too Guardians, but again, it's just a nitpick. It's not the end of the world. It's not like it's gonna make the movie bad or anything. Yeah, hit them with some rebar.
They
That was another just wonky looking.
Oh yeah, look.
Yeah,
I was gonna
agree.
say, does that guy look like David Duchovny or what? I mean, seriously, that guy could be like, the new, or well, if they were to reboot the X Files or whatever, like he could play David Duchovny. I mean, seriously, make that shit happen. I mean, surely that's not really David Duchovny. I mean, he looks too young or whatever, but I mean, he does look like David Duchovny. I swear, I want to see that X Files with him.
Great.
Shot.
Something about it. Something about it. It doesn't. It looks like a video I'd see on YouTube.
Yeah.
I know we're watching on YouTube.
They're
but
like
you
in
don't
Slamming
him back a little further. Yeah. Yeah. I'd go here from here.
I mean, I think all of them have problems.
Yeah, it's kind of super quick.
You're getting
Flash.
a fisheye lens thing distorted, Ryan, especially when it's in action. You'll see it in a flight scene too. We're doing the same thing, and it makes it look fucking goofy. It looks goofy.
I mean, this is the only shot that I have like they've used it every fucking 2
Maybe
seconds.
it'll load or work faster or something. Because I mean, seriously, this thing is like
Yeah, I agree.
Shot.
Something about it.
Just feels like it's
Yeah, we're
working
getting
better now.
bit much.
But yeah, I mean, that's another great shot. Him saving the person from the exploding canisters.
Hey, quit messing around.
I mean, this part right here, like they're like, "Oh, it's so dumb," but I mean, I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny.
I'm not messing around. I'm doing important stuff.
I mean, he's got shit kicked at him, and he's like, "Yeah, just give me a sec."
Yeah, that was
Fucking
James
kill
Gunn.
me.
That was
Fucking
so
kill me.
James Gunn.
Yeah.
Kill me. Just do it.
I mean, it wasn't that bad of a joke. Jeez, man.
Fucking dance
I mean, kill you over that? I mean, calm down.
off at
What
that
was the
point.
question? Can he tone down the James Gunn? And the answer, I think we've got the answer.
No.
It's no.
For all
Yeah.
of these people.
So did the hyperspace ram, right? The hyperspace ram looked really cool, but
Insurance benefits for the
Man, that
next
does
of
look
kin.
cool,
That's what
though.
I thought that Lex's army.
Are on this freeze frame.
that fish islands thing is fucking.
Get your tickets new.
well, now you know we're furious.
I mean, really? I mean, yeah, it does. It's not a great shot or whatever, but I mean, what's the big fucking deal? I mean, it's one scene in a movie, and it's probably gonna happen so fucking fast you won't even see it. I mean, there's a lot of movies out there you could probably freeze frame, and it looks really bad or really stupid, and they're probably really good movies.
I wanted it as a good Superman movie. Fuck.
I mean, how do you know it won't be good? I mean, we haven't seen it.
I'm gonna be a
You're not gonna get it, Garrett.
No.
Not in your lifetime.
Go.
What are we doing?
Man.
What are
But
we
why
doing?
do so many people not?
I mean, maybe I'm, like optimistic or whatever. I mean, I don't know. I mean, well, not really. I mean, I don't know. I think I'm not really optimistic as so much just level-headed, I guess you could say. I mean, like from what I've seen, I mean, I don't see anything that looks like it's gonna piss me off or be a bad movie. I mean, it's not like this is Fantastic Four.
Not like us.
I don't know.
Damn it. I like
So
trains.
lovable.
He's handyman at this point.
It is literally the train photo where it's like right on.
Oh my god, shut
That's
up.
the one. I don't like.
Yep.
But
In any of these trailers that has made me excited. I've been like, oh, okay. There's not been that moment. And that's what's kind of like concerning because I'm a big DC boy. That is my thing. And I'm sort of like, I'm with Shad. I hate the fact that they've taken the new 52 costume, then they put the Kingdom Come logo on for some fucking reason, which doesn't make a bunch of sense. And then then they stick the pants on it, which is good, but the pants are too kind of long and they don't look right.
The fuck are you talking about? What pants? I mean, I thought he was wearing, red trunks, not pants.
And it just nothing about the costume works for me, and everything in the trailer. I think this is going to be
I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe you have a certain taste and maybe it's a very rare taste, and maybe not a lot of people agree with it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like like okay, let me put it this way. All right, I guess I can see his point of view. Like, I'm very picky about Venom. Like I knew Venom was gonna be shit because one, they got the backstory if I'm wrong. They didn't do the whole Eddie Brock, Peter Parker thing. Two, he didn't have the white spider logo. Three, he didn't use webs. And I don't know, I guess that's pretty much it, But yeah, I knew from those things alone that I was going to hate Venom. But, I don't know. He may be right. I may be right. Who knows?
I think this is going to be messy. From the looks of it, they're going to be juggling so many things. I don't think this film is going to breathe. I don't think it's going to sit. I don't think there's anything that's really there for us to like mull
I mean, I have faith in it. I think it's going to do all right.
over, contemplate. I think it's just going to be an ADHD's fucking wet dream.
Well, then I'll like it.
Yeah, probably.
It's made for me. I don't mind the dog.
I don't either. I don't either.
Partially put through the film. I don't mind Crypto. I don't mind any of the comic book shit. I don't mind any of that stuff. That's fine. At least we're just being normal comic book nerds. This would be like us in the comic shop or any other shop, a collectible shop, ripping this fucking thing apart after watching it on somebody's phone. Like, this is normal. At least, like Ryan said, at least we're not talking about like fucking Lois Lane is a dude.
Exactly.
And
I'm glad that we're back to this.
Yeah.
This is how we should be complaining.
Yeah, I'd rather complain about the comic book accuracy than complaining about the wokeness at this point.
Yes, thank you.
At least there's that.
That doesn't guarantee. I mean, that doesn't guarantee it's going to be good.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, I have faith that it won't be woke because I feel like James Gunn knows that, go woke, go broke is a real thing.
I don't want to see Lois Lane fly fucking spaceships, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, with fucking Perry White, like with on chomping on a cigar in the back seat. Is that Mr. Terrific's ship?
Yeah, it looks. Yeah, I think
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's got the T logo everywhere.
You know
Just
what?
have a cigar.
I will say the casting for Lois and Jimmy, I think it was really good. He's got kind of the ginger look, and she's got the black hair. She looks right.
I really hope they adapt that one comic.
I really don't know like when they started doing Black Perry White or whatever. I think that's a little weird, but it's not that big a deal, because Perry White was obviously white. But yeah, I don't know if that was just from the Zack Snyder movies and they just decided to keep doing it, or maybe it's in the comic books or something. I don't know. It's like Nick Fury, like as a kid, growing up, I knew Nick Fury as white. And then whenever they did Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, I mean, like I said, it wasn't the end of the world, wasn't the biggest thing, but I found it a little weird.
Comic where she turns herself into a black woman. And
yes.
I really hope they do that in Superman.
Yeah, I'd be out.
In Superman's James Gunn too.
I do like how we've because we race swapped.
But yeah, anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about was, I just feel like, people need to, just stop, like ripping this movie apart, just for little stuff like teeth that don't have blood on them, or, I don't know, a scene that looks weird, or, the costume isn't the way I want it to be, or, it's like, fuck, man. I mean, can't we just like boil it down to like, hey, this looks, decent, may not be perfect. Okay. May not be perfect, but, I doubt we'll ever get a perfect Superman. I mean, looking back on, like the old, Superman with, Christopher Reeves and everything. You know, those movies weren't perfect. I mean, we liked them, but they weren't perfect. I mean, you know, they were silly and whatnot, and that's kind of how this movie is. You know, I get a lot of that, you know, like kind of just it's a goofy vibe, you know, like it's got some seriousness to it, obviously, and you know, I mean, you can't say that, or well, I feel like it's weird to say like, oh, I love the old Christopher Reeve Superman where he flies around the world and turns back time, but you know, in this movie, you know, him lifting a building that bothers me. It's like, where's your consistency here? You know, huh? You know, but whatever. I mean, you either agree with me or you don't. So you know, hopefully, you know, the movie does well because you know I want things to be good. You know, I want there to be hope. I want there to be, you know, change for the better. I want good superhero movies. I want John Walker to get his own movie. I want, you know, good, you know, DC content. You know, I feel like DC hasn't had anything good in a long time. I mean, think about it. Like we had fucking what you call it. Like I've never been the biggest DC fan. I've always been more of a Marvel guy myself, but I do like DC. You know, and when you think about DC video games, really the only good games that they've had were the Batman Arkham games, and then they ended with the Suicide Squad game. I mean, that was fucking awful. Sorry. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just like I said, you know, well, Angry Joe said, you know, like this is a really hard time to be, you know, a DC fan, and you know, I agree. You know, I mean, I want better things. I want change. I want, you know, stuff to succeed. And you know, I would love to see Zachary Levi come back as Shazam. You know, because I feel like one, he's a really good person in real life, and I like that he supports Trump. And I really enjoyed his character as Shazam. Like he had a lot of energy. And let me pull up the scene real quick. Let's see. Shazam Justice Society. But yeah, I love this one. Anyways, well, that's gonna be it for this, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, I thought you know, like I said, people were a little harsh on you know, the movie or the trailer so far. So, but yeah, I'll catch you guys later, and you know, who knows? I might do a video on something else. You know, who knows? Something will catch my eye, and I'll just, you know, make a video about it. Anyways, all right, later.